Have you ever watched a spider weave its web and wondered if you're witnessing the universe's greatest secret? The ancient sages of India believed you were. In the sacred Upanishads, those timeless texts that form the philosophical foundation of Hindu thought, we find one of the most beautiful metaphors ever conceived to explain the mystery of creation. It's the story of the spider and its web, and it holds the key to understanding our relationship with the divine. Picture a spider sitting at the center of its intricate web. From its own being, it spins delicate threads, creating an elaborate structure that extends in all directions. The spider doesn't gather materials from outside itself. Everything needed for creation comes from within. This simple observation became the foundation for understanding the greatest mystery of all. How does the infinite create the finite? How does the one become many? The Mundaka Upanishad presents this profound teaching. As a spider spins out and draws in its thread, as plants grow from the earth, as hair grows from the head and body of a living person, so does the universe emerge from the imperishable Brahman. Brahman, in Hindu philosophy, is the ultimate reality, the eternal, infinite consciousness that underlies all existence. Like the spider, Brahman doesn't create the universe from external materials. Instead, the entire cosmos emerges from Brahman's own essence, just as the web emerges from the spider's body. But here's where the metaphor becomes truly fascinating. The spider remains intimately connected to every strand of its web. It feels every vibration, every disturbance. Similarly, Brahman isn't separate from creation but pervades every atom, every star, every living being. The creator and creation aren't two different entities but one reality expressing itself in countless forms. Think about this for a moment. When you look at a spider's web glistening with morning dew, you're not seeing the spider plus the web. You're seeing the spider's creative expression. The web is the spider externalized, made visible. In the same way, you, me, the mountains, the oceans, the galaxies were all expressions of that one cosmic consciousness. The Chandogya Upanishad reinforces this truth with the famous declaration Tat Tvam Asi, meaning thou art that. You are not separate from the ultimate reality. You are that reality experiencing itself subjectively. But the spider metaphor teaches us something else profound. Just as a spider can withdraw its web back into itself, Brahman can withdraw creation back into its essence. This isn't destruction but reintegration. The web doesn't disappear, it returns to its source. Hindu cosmology speaks of cycles of creation and dissolution, where universes emerge and merge back into the infinite, like cosmic breathing. This understanding transforms how we see ourselves and our world. If everything is interconnected like strands in a cosmic web, then harming others is harming ourselves. Helping others is helping ourselves. The boundaries we perceive between self and other, between human and nature, between sacred and mundane, are illusions created by limited perception. The spider sits at the center of its web, aware of everything happening throughout its creation. Similarly, that divine consciousness sits at the center of our being, aware of all our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. The Katha Upanishad beautifully expresses this. The eternal, conscious, blissful self is the spider, the individual self is caught in the web of its own making. When we truly understand this metaphor, meditation becomes natural. We're not trying to reach something distant, we're recognizing what we already are. We're the web becoming conscious of the spider within. This ancient wisdom offers profound comfort in our modern world. When you feel isolated or disconnected, remember the spider's web. Every strand touches every other strand. You're never truly alone because you're part of the infinite web of consciousness. When you face challenges, remember that the spider feels every vibration in its web and responds with perfect timing. That same consciousness within you knows exactly what you need for your spiritual evolution. The spider and web metaphor isn't just poetry, it's a practical teaching. It reminds us that creation isn't separate from the Creator, that we're not isolated individuals struggling in a hostile universe, but expressions of infinite love and intelligence exploring itself through countless forms. Next time you see a spider's web, pause and marvel. You're looking at a perfect metaphor for the greatest truth ever revealed, that the one has become many without ceasing to be one, and that you, in your deepest essence, are that eternal, creative consciousness itself.